Hey up, Yorkshire Sim Guy here, and welcome back to Maypole Farm. So we've got the AI worker. Our Henry's off windrowing the grass. What we want to get done today, we're going to start off straight away with this harvesting contract, because we're going to need another tractor. So what I'm thinking is I'll let Henry finish off this grass field. Contract on specified field failed. Why has that just failed instantly? Never seen that before. That's just cost me £1,000. Let's try... What's that harvesting? Canola. Let's try that one. Okay, so that's alright. Don't know what happened there, but we've just lost £1,000. I'll add that back in with the power tools. What was I saying? Yeah, so Henry's doing the grass. We'll get this canola field on the go. We still need... Where are we? We've got... All these fields need baling. What's that? Oh, that's the mower. Talking about the mower, I am pretty simple, it would seem. When we were on about condition of the tractor last episode, when I was editing, I looked back to see when it dropped from full to half condition, and it's when I put the mower on the tractor. So it's actually the mower that's got half condition, not the tractor, and that's probably why the mower wasn't working, because it needs a repair. So yeah, you know. Even people like me who have played over 1,000 hours still miss these silly little things. So that should hopefully fix the issue if we get that repaired. Right, so where are we heading? Field 5, out of here, and then left again. So yes, baling today. We need to get all the straw baled. We need to get all the grass baled. I had a look at the sheep barn and it takes grass. It doesn't need to be hay, so we don't need to worry with the tedder, which is nice. It saves us 16 grand. What else? We need to decide what we're going to plant in the 2 wheat fields that were. We also need to... Oh, it's going to be tight squeeze. Right, we also need to try and buy the soil samples for the fields if we can. I'm hoping with some money off the contracts. Is it this left? No, it's next left. Yeah, I'm hoping with some money off the contracts we can do that, because they're not massive, so it shouldn't be too expensive. We also need a second tractor. That's pretty desperate, to be honest. Couple of options here. We can just keep doing contracts until we get enough, which I'm not overly keen on, because it's not a contract simulator. I mean, we can do, because we can. It's going to take us a while to bale all the fields, so it's an option just to leave the AI worker doing that. We also need front loader and the bale spike, so when we do get the bales, we've got a way of moving it. We also need a bale trailer. So yeah, we've got a lot to buy. I do have the financing mod, so we can get it on finance. Yeah, keep on going. That is an option. I just want to be careful, because I've made the mistake in the past of getting... Oh god, this harvester is massive. That would be a lamppost I'm stuck on. Yeah, I've made the mistake in the past of getting multiple items on finance and then getting absolutely slaughtered by the monthly cost of them all. So we just need to be a little bit careful there. Like I said, with the tractor, we're not going to be getting anything massive. It's just going to be a medium, but it might be small. We just have to see. We just need to make sure we've got a decent amount of horsepower. So we've got a lot to be getting on with this episode. My God, this map's tight. There we go. Yeah, so it's going to be a busy one this episode. We've got a lot to do. I hope this is not a dead end. I feel like it's a dead end. It's a dead end. Oh, God's sake, man. Right, when it turns round, it's going to be interesting. Can we swing it straight round? Yes, we can. We're alright. Pro driver. Right, so many trees, it affects the bloody view as well. Gonna have to come wide, swing. Oh, come in. No. Yes, Mr. Audi. Whoa. Right, what we're stuck on? We're stuck on a log, of course we are. Oh, God, this map is tight. Which is fine with our equipment, but this equipment's massive. So yeah, let's get out of this field. Let's get cracked on. It looks like Henry's just finished the windrowing. So we can set the AI worker on with harvesting this field. It's this field on the right. Have we missed the entrance to it? No. Yeah, we can set AI worker doing this. We can jump in the tractor and get baling. And then we can go from there. Swing this bad boy around. I don't know why it's going to be such a massive harvester for not that big of a field. I don't know about you guys or if anybody else does this, but I find myself if I'm in a tight spot and trying to turn, leaning into the turn or turning my head. I think that would make a difference. The same when I used to play like the old school racing games. I don't play them much anymore, but I used to play a lot of Forza, Gran Turismo, and you'd lean into the corners, lean your head round, try and make that tight corner. Right then, let's have a look at setting up this worker. So, I'm going to go 2 headlands, just to make it a bit easier. Unless I do... Do I use cosplay, do you reckon? Looks like a fairly easy field, it shouldn't need to be. No, we'll just go with the normal AI. Let's have a look. We need to bring tractor down as well. Just make sure he's off, unhindered. He's causing a scene. He's causing a scene. Right, he's off. Let's grab the tractor and trailer. Set that down. Where's the trailer? Is it not giving me a... Oh, it's there. I panicked then. It's not giving me a grain trailer because mine's full. Take this down and then we'll jump into our tractor. And it come down here, grab the baler. And then we can just start baling all of our fields, because that's it, we don't need Ted in it. Which is nice. Oh, I forgot how Henry had been out last night before I did this field, and he left loads of it unmowed. So I've just been finishing this off. It just popped up to say our AI worker is 80% full. So we need to just finish this pass, jump into other tractor, and get that unloaded. I was thinking whilst I was doing this, it may be worth selling that second cow barn. We don't need 2, We are going to get cows, but it's not going to be probably for a couple of years, I would imagine, because we need to make sure we've got stuff to do TMR. So I may just sell one of them. What's the at now? 8 to 9%. We can always build a second in the future if we need it, but for now, certainly we don't need 2 large cow barns, and that would give us a fair whack of money if the horse barn were out to go by, 70-80k, something like that, which would be a big chunk towards a new tractor. Also don't have a drill, so we need to get a drill. So yeah, if we could get the drill for cash and then get the tractor on finance, that wouldn't be too bad. But bearing in mind, we're going to have nothing to do after this harvest is in, apart from another grass harvest in a couple of months, and that'll stop through the winter months anyway. We also need some cash to buy sheep and chickens, so we've at least got some sort of income over winter months. I think that's probably going to be best bet. Sell one of the cow barns, so I'll get the last bit of that field mowed. I'll set Henry on with windrower, rowing it up, and then we'll have a look at selling cow barn, buying a drill, and seeing what we've got left over for a possible tractor. Not forgetting as well, we're going to have to factor in the repair cost for both these mowers, because this one's that half as well now, and I don't need this to stop working. That would be an absolute nightmare. We're not going to need it for another 3 months, but like I said, we're not going to have any form of income. We're going to have all this silage to sell when the time comes, but up until that point we're going to have no income. And we can do contracts over the winter, there's plenty of contracts available, but like I said, I don't like just doing contracts. I don't mind doing the odd one here and there, but I prefer to get the income off my own fields and my own produce, if at all possible. Just makes it a bit more realistic, doesn't it? Right, we'll set Henry going on this field. We'll have a look at selling that cow barn and seeing what we can get in the way of drills and tractors. He's at 15%, so he's alright just to be cracking on. So let's have a look. There's this one here. So that's cow barn with robot. So they're both cow barns with robots. This one is quite central, but it does make it tight when we are putting in and taking out of the silo and just generally manoeuvring around the farmyard. Let's have a look where the other one is situated. What's that? Is that slurry tanker? Liquid fertilizer. Right, so this is the second cow barn, which is next to sheep barn and chickens. Is that chickens? No. What even is this? It's just a storage barn. Oh, okay, it's the back of that. So that's there. So yeah, I reckon probably this one, which will give us a nice bit of space. Is this a workshop? Is that the chicken? No, it's a chicken coop, isn't it? Yeah, okay. That's something else we could do with getting as well, a workshop. How many chickens can we get in here? Oh, 880, so that's alright. Plenty of room. Right, let's get this one salt, I reckon. Let me just quickly see. So yeah, I can get 639 cows in there, which is we're not going to need 1300 cows. So So let's jump into construction. I reckon this is going to be worth quite a bit, you know, with a feeding bot as well. Feck me, 360k. Well, we're going to sell it. I don't want that much money though. That is issue. I don't want that much money. Right. No in shop, is there? No. Right, so drill wise, saying that tractor and a drill is probably going to cost me that. Probably going to cost me that anyway. A decent drill. We don't want out massive because we ain't got the space for it. I would probably imagine wherever that is where you get the front hopper as well. Am I just missing this completely? Where's the one where you have to have the front hopper? That one. Yeah, that one. So that one is 6 metre working with 300 horsepower though, you see. 300 horsepower. It's bloody, it's a lot, is that? So we're definitely going to have a look at a medium tractor. We've already got a case. I mean, I do like the McCormicks, to be honest. They're a nice, cheap tractor for the horsepower it gives. Case Puma. Yeah, if we're going to get that at 300 horsepower. 270. That's going to cost us 270k. Why is it adding on? Oh, okay, that's the engine, yeah. So that's going to cost us 270k, sorry. Which leaves us 120. How much is the drill that we were just looking at? So that's 90k plus 20k, so 110k. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be alright, you know, that. Keep in with the cases anyway. We're gonna need wheel weights. My tyres and weights. Yeah, I like the Mitas tyres. Do we need wide? Or do we just need weights? Don't want twin. How wide are the wide? Medium? Well, it seems to be the back ones that change, to be fair. Yeah, we'll go wide and weights. What's the panorama window? That's like a sunroof. Yeah, we don't need that. Don't need the front loader on this. Don't need the Asaria Pro. 277. Thank you, Mr. Cowbarn. Right, drill. No options on that, so we just get that. And then the hopper to go with it, which is pretty much bang on for what we've got. Nice, okay. So, he's done and dusted. Let's get this contract finished off, because we still need to buy seed and fertiliser. Luckily the unload point is just over at road, so it's not a massive mission. Didn't really get much off his field. I think it's where we went before, down that road, is it? Can't see. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, so we need to go on that road that we went down before. Get a bit of a reversing the wrong way to start with. Great start. Reverse down here. Yeah, we still need as well. Obviously, we still need to buy the soil samples. We've got no form of spreader. So if we want a lime, we're going to need a lime spreader. We're going to need a sprayer, really, in an ideal world. Because I want to use tram lines, make it a bit more realistic. And we don't have any of those yet. And then we're going to need lime and fert and seeds. So we're still, even though we've just had all that money for a tractor and a drill, we're still a way off what we need. This will give us 10 grand there or thereabouts, so that'll give us a little boost, but we may end up having to get some gear on finance. Yeah, it's here. Beautiful. And also the soil samples, we may just have to forego those for the moment. Don't know. Whilst we're bailing, we can see if there's any other contracts that can go on. So we got 2 grand just as a little sweetener. Let's get that handed in. That gives us 5 grand, so 7 grand. I need to add on that grand that we lost as well. That was completely random. But nothing we did, so I don't see why we should lose a grand when we're so tight for money. Right, contracts wise, have we got anything else? I mean, we have got stuff, but I need it to be stuff that the AI worker can do. I don't think there's all. I mean, there is stuff the AI worker can do, but it's going to require us to buy herbicide on that one. Fertilising, we're going to have to buy some fert. I mean, there's hoeing, but is it really worth it for 2 grand? Because we're going to lose 600 for leasing the equipment. So that'll give us £1.5 grand. I mean, the baling ones would be ideal, but that would require me. Oh no! I tell you what, I could set that up on cosplay. Ooh, yeah, let's accept that. Borrow the items. We'll set the baler going on cosplay. The only issue is I need to know the width of the harvester, I think. Can't remember, it's been a while since I've used cosplay. We'll get over to the field and we'll have a look at setting up cosplay. It's literally next to the field we've just harvested, so that's not too bad. All in all, so far so good this episode. I want to get the baling done. We're going to need to cultivate. We have got the second tractor now as well. The only problem is I don't want to get all the workers, all the fields going with workers really, if I can help it. I mean, I've got 5 fields to bale, so I need to bale the 2 straw ones first. Oh, yeah, but then I'd have to move them as well, which is another issue because we don't have any front loader yet. Right, okay, so it's this it's a tree. It's this field. Where's my gate? Where's my way in? Is it that field? AI where could be? Oh, that's the windrower. That's our anyway. Oh, is it this field? Am I at the wrong place? Yeah, it's this one. Okay. Gonna need to reverse around this car. Pro driver. Beautiful. I surprised myself then. Right, let's have a look at this courseplay. Because at this moment in time, I don't know the working width of the field. Where's my courseplay menu? There we go. Right, let's have a look-see. So working width is 5 meters, yes. We need to generate a course. Question is it going to stick to... that looks pretty... Don't think, no, because we need 2 headlands, so we need a second headland on that. Bear with me, cannot remember. I'm going to put the wages at 50%. Automatic repair. I'm just going to turn that off for now. Because I've fallen foul of that before. Where we end up losing 20 odd grand or whatever just to repair a tractor. Especially if it's a leased one. Right, where's my course? Foodwork settings, there we go. We're going to need 2 headlands. So let's generate that with 2 headlands, see what we're looking like. Still looks a bit off to me. Yeah, the headlands are way off. The up and downs are not too... Oh yeah, they are. The miles off, aren't they? I think the issue I've got here is I don't know what the width for the harvester was previously. Okay, well I suppose I could do this one and set Henry up doing ours because I know our working width. Well, let's do that then, I think. We also need to repair the mowers. I might as well use the new tractor because it's down at shop already. It's the beast, the old Case Puma. Beautiful. Right, we'll grab this baler, take it back up to the farm. And we can set courseplay going. because we know the working width. And then we can do... Ooh, wrong button. We can do... where am I going here? Going the wrong way. We can do the contract on a time lapse. I'll just get that smashed out. Whoa! What did I say earlier about being a pro driver? I can get that smashed out because it's a square baler. We don't need to stop, so we can just drive constantly. So it shouldn't take us too long. So we're down here, yeah, and then we take the first right. Sorry, Mr. Car. Yeah, and we can get the contract bashed out on a time lapse nice and quickly, and then we can take over from our Henry on the last of the baling. Right. First things first. What is our header width? The masset is 6 meters. So we need working width 6 meters. Number of headlands 1. Start on the headland. That should give us. Let's have a look at lines. Yeah, that looks pretty bang on to me. Let's just set this up. We want the bigger bale sizes because it's straw, so 180. Now we should just press play. And he should just crack on nicely. Off he goes. Beautiful, right. Let us crack on with this field. Get this baling done on a time lapse, and then we'll take over from our Henry. Boom! Contract finished. I always wondered whether we could pick these bales up and sell them, but I haven't got any way of doing that at this moment in time, so we're not going to try, but I did wonder. I've never tested it, to be honest. So we'll collect that. Steady 8.5 grand. Right. How's our Henry getting on? He's nearly done. Beautiful. We did have a couple of issues of him getting stuck, but it was nothing he couldn't deal with. I have got the increased pickup mod for baling on as well. It just makes it nice and easy when we're baling. If I can drive. We're on? We're on. Right, we'll just finish this little bit off and then we can discuss next steps. We need to just be careful we don't get bogged down buying equipment we don't need right now. So at this moment in time, the priorities, what do we get? We've got 3 bales off that field. Bloody hellfire. The priorities are, first things first, we need a bale trailer and a front loader attacher and the bale spike. That's priority number 1, because without that we can't move these bales and we can't then move on to cultivating and drilling our fields. So that's got to be priority number 1. 21 grand will definitely get us the front loader attacher plus the bale spike. In regards to a bale trailer, I think I have got some mods for that. Let's just get this trailer back to the farmyard and out at road. I do have mods for that. Obviously I am running Universal Auto Load, but I'm not going to be using it. That's the wrong side, Joe, you pleb. I'm not going to be using it as of yet because it's pointless getting the front loader and the spike if I'm going to do. I may use it in the future, but as of now, for the time being anyway, I want to... Oh, for God's... You know, I hate these trailers with a stupid bloody axle that just goes wherever it wants to go. Might get the axle blocker mod to stop that happening. But anyway, I digress. I want to make it as realistic as possible for the time being. I know we're not massively realistic with some of the mods we've got going on and the contracts and stuff. I do want to have a look at doing a realism series where we're locked into this view at all times. We have manual attach on, we have manual tipping on, and we try to make it as realistic as possible, but that's not this series. So for now I'm gonna I'm gonna stay away from auto load for now. Maybe down the line, like I say, when we've got a lot more fields and we've got a lot more bales, we might swap to it, but at this point in time, if I'm just getting 3 bales off that field, I know it's the biggest bale we can do, and the silage bales will be smaller, but it's not massively smaller. So I don't see it being that much of an issue. Let's get the harvester unloaded, get that into the silo and see how much wheat we actually made off those 2 fields. I do want to have a look at animals. Like I say, money wise, 21k we've got. Animals are not a priority at this point in time. We've got everything we need to do, and we've got the grass, we've got the feed for chickens. So it's just a case of when we've got that cash, probably I would imagine when we sell this first batch of silage in winter, we can then look at buying some animals. So let's have a quick look whilst that's unloading at how much it's going to cost us for a bale trailer. Transport, we want a flatbed. I mean, yeah, 5 grand is not bad. And like I say, we're not going to have loads of bales. That's my go-to, the FarmTech DPW 180. But it's got the annoying axle on it. Previous series I've used the Rat Pack, wherever that is. Where is the Rat Pack? Don't know, maybe it's in a different category. But yeah, I mean, that's alright. I think that can also, yeah, we turn auto load off anyway. That can also attach to the pickup truck, I believe. What's difference? That just gives us a bit more space, does it? Doesn't really look much different. Is that attachable? I think they're all attachable to pickup. It's just whether the pickup can handle weight of it. So yeah, 10k, which would leave us at 11k. How much is front loader? Where are we? Front loader. Don't like this new shop setup. I say new compared to 22 anyway. Front loaders. So we'd be looking at 7.5 grand for the case, and then the bale spike 600. So 8 grand. That's the only case front loader, isn't it? Yeah, so 8 grand plus 10 grand. Yeah, so we've got enough money for the spike, the front loader, and one of those cheap modded bale trailers, so that's good. But that would literally take all of his cash then. So then we'd probably have to do some more contracts in regards to buying the soil samples. Plus we still need to buy seed for lime. Possibly get a lime spreader on finance. We've still got a lot to buy and not a lot of cash, so we're going to have to get pretty creative. How much are the soil samples? These would be the most important. Jesus, that's some poor soil anyway. Silty clay, that's decent soil. That's decent soil. Yeah, so they're all, that's average. They're all decent apart from 65. 500 quid. 400 quid, so that's a grand. 600. 800, so that's another 1400. And then 800, so 2. Yeah, so we're looking about 3 grand. So we've probably got enough to buy the bale trailer. What? Do you know these fecking trailers? We've got enough to buy the bale trailer, the front loader, the spike, and get all the soil information, which is beautiful. But we still need a sprayer, a lime spreader. We need fert, we need lime, we need seeds. I cannot reverse these trailers. I don't know if anybody can, to be honest. They're so ridiculous. Just no matter where you go, I always go stupid, so I'm just going to dump it here for now. I may even sell that trailer and replace it. How much is it worth? It should probably have a lot of work hours on it because it come with map. What's it called? The Rudolph. The red-nosed reindeer. So it's worth 28 grand. How big is it? 18.5. So 28 grand. Obviously I'm not going to go with the TARDISes, even though I do like them, but they are massively unrealistic. How big did we say the Rudolph were? 18.5. So yeah, we could do a straight swap. We could even get a better one, and that's a solid axle. I'm going to do that, I think, you know. So 27.5. That one's going for, let's sell that for 28. Yeah, see you later. I think that's one of those trailers where you can attach multiples. We'll get this one. The Rhino Agro. Buy that. So we're 500 quid up there, which is nice. Right. So, what did we say next? Baling. So we've done the first one. We'll do the second straw field. We'll get that baled. And then I think we'll probably leave it there for this episode. Like I say, we're still in the first month of this playthrough and we're already 2 episodes in on the same month, which we don't normally do, but we've got so much to do on this start-up farm. I don't want to rush it all. And plus, you know, once this is done and we've got this baled, we've planted, and we've done everything else that needs doing, you know, liming, planting, fertilising, we're going to be skipping on probably 6 months of the year anyway. So like I say, it's going to be a nice chilled playthrough. We're not going to be ramping through. So let's get this field done in a quick little time lapse. It won't take us long because it's only a mini field. And then, why is it not picking up? Because the pickup's not down. And then we'll finish the episode up after that. So I'll see you soon. I've changed it to 150 size, just in preparation for the next grass field we're going to do, because we can't wrap 180s unfortunately with the wrapper we've got, which is fine, but I don't want it locking into 180 if it's already half full of straw. I have got the mod that slows us down when we hit 95% and then automatically stops us whilst it wraps and unloads, which is a lifesaver, because the amount of times I've missed hearing the beeper when the bale is nearly full and I've just carried on and missed the load and bales have gone everywhere. If anybody is interested in a list of mods that I'm using, please let me know and I will drop them in the comments. Like I say, we've got over 250 mods on the go at the minute. A lot of them are equipment mods, but you know, I'm happy to list the gameplay mods, because there's not that many really. Most of my mods are equipment, tractors, you know, implements and stuff. So happy to list gameplay mods if anybody wants them. What did we get? So we've had 7 bales off those 2 fields. Let's reset the bale counter. We're at 150 size, ready for these grass fields. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to help me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. City.